Hello, good afternoon. It is Friday, week of work done. I haven't done an update in, I don't know, a week, maybe a bit less, maybe a bit more, a week and a half maybe. Um, yeah, I'm like tipsy. It's quarter to three, 10 to 3 nearly, and guy from work just had some beer, and I had one bottle of mid-strength, so 330 ml of 3.3% beer, and I feel as if I was just coming out my third pub after having my third pint. You know, I feel like I'm kind of feeling it now. You know, that sort of vibe. I'm like, shit. I've had like a mid-strength bottle of Heineken. Shows how yeah, how sensitive I am to beer, to alcohol after 4 months of not having any. And I didn't even really question it. I was talking to Nico last night, and he was saying, "Oh yeah, by Christmas I will have gone 6 months without having had beer, any alcohol." And I just said, well, there's no point in just restricting yourself if it's just to say, "Oh, I've gone 6 months." I used to believe that, like I'd stop myself from doing things just because of the duration of like, "Oh yeah, I've gone this long without this." But now I see that's pointless unless you know why you're doing it. There's no real point. And he says, "Oh well, it's fun," and I was like, "Well, what does that mean? It's fun?" But generally, yeah, he hasn't had any reason to drink, and neither have I. Hence why today marks like the breaking of a 4 month streak. And I didn't even question it. There was beer outside, and I just said, "Yeah, fuck it." I had like a question of like, "You've gone 4 months," and I was like, "Well, what's the point in not? What's the point in continuing the streak if I'm just depriving myself of something I can enjoy healthily? I'm not addicted. I don't overdrink or have problems with alcoholism. So yeah, drank and I'm a bit tipsy, and I don't feel exactly safe cycling home. I don't feel unsafe, but I don't really feel safe. Um, we had a day off on Tuesday because, and it's also made me feel sleepy, drowsy. Um, we had a public holiday Tuesday because of a horse race where everyone gets fucked, like really pissed. So on Wednesday there were only two people in, me and old Andy, and the boss, who was absolutely slaughtered. He'd had 24 or 30, I think it was 30 or 24 cans to himself, and then he went through six like Jack Daniel, cans where it's like vodka and or Jack Daniels and a pop, and then he went through finished off a bottle of some spirit. So it had the equivalent of like 20 to 25 pints of beer, which is just beyond me. And then he went into work the next day at 6:45. But yeah, we all bet on the horses, and I was like, why not bet on the horses? I was thinking like, oh yeah, it's $20. I'm just throwing it away. Um, there's no point in me betting. I'm just pissing away money that could be spent on food. Then I thought, no, stop being so fucking frugal. Just spend the money. It's like a social activity. Everyone at work's doing it. In my little group, like me and 7 other people, and then the boss, or me and 6 other people and the boss. I don't know. And it's fun. It's just something to do, and it keeps the bond, helps strengthen the bond. You can shoot the shit. And my horse won, and I won $100. I made $80, um, which was, I didn't really feel like, oh wow, yay. I just felt like it just humoured me a bit, and like it was entertaining because I was like, that's my reward for not being so fucking frugal, which was quite funny. I don't really have anything else to say. I'd say recently, I don't know, I've been fucking knackered, tired. Um, I've been reading, following my curiosity a bit more. I've been listening to a few podcasts, 3 Tim Ferriss ones, 1 Joe Rogan one, 2 with Naval, 1 with a guy called Derek Sivers, and one with a woman called like Debbie Millman or something. and I've not really learned too much. I probably have, but not that I can remember. But a few thoughts, ones that I don't know. Recently, I've been following my curiosity more as regards to reading, anyway. So I've not been like feeling, oh, I should be reading this, I should be reading that. I've been just reading what I feel like reading, and because of that, I've been reading more. And it's not like I've just been reading shit. I mean, I've read some philosophy. I'm reading a book about architectural psychology, which is very interesting. Reading a book I started yesterday called The Red Queen, like the evolution of sex, and it's just interesting, this shit. And I'm just doing it because I'm interested, rather than feeling like I should be reading that, I should be reading that. That's that. I'm really tired. Yeah. And then in the morning I've been programming more. I finished my portfolio, which isn't that great, but it works. And now I'm just doing JavaScript exercises. I don't know. I'm less. I've not felt like blogging as much recently, and I don't feel I should. I don't know. There's a balance between, like, if you want it, then yeah, push yourself to do it. But if you're just going to do it for the sake of doing it, you're not really interested in it, and you're not really valuing it at that time, and I don't think there's much worth in pushing yourself to do it. Maybe it's just not the right time. Like, why force yourself to read a difficult book if you're not interested in it at that time? A lot of it will probably go in through that ear and out through that one, or it'll go straight over your head. So yeah, like this vlog I felt like doing because I was a bit drunk, and I was like, this is fun, but I'm just not really interested in talking as much, and that's okay. It's like with journaling, I've not been journaling nearly as much, but I've been listening to podcasts, I've been reading more, and I've been socialising more with Nico in the evenings, and I've been happier actually recently. I've been more joyful, I guess, less hard on myself. So I think there's a balance, but I just think that hustle culture of just pushing yourself all the time, especially if it's with things that you're not actually enjoying while you're doing them, you're not enjoying the means to the end. If everything is just an end, if everything is just a means to an end, then that's just bad, that's just shit. And I'll finish with that. I think I am genuinely pretty fucking tired, and yeah, goodbye.